Hello friends, this is Cara-Renee with B.Reborn Art and Healing, coming to you with a special project using this amazing kit from Angela Kerr. It's her Holly Jolly Christmas kit, and it is absolutely stunning. Let me just show you a few of the bits. So I've already cut a lot of them up. These are a couple of the larger pockets. I did print some of the pages on vellum. So this is one of the pages. It's this really, really crisp kind of corally red color. Gorgeous. And then this one is also printed on vellum. And these are just some of the bits. I'm not going to show you the full kit right here because, again, a lot of it's already been cut up. So, but it's absolutely gorgeous. It's got a lot of my favorite things in it. So, and then this is the ephemera bits. I have a lot because I printed them in regular size, and I also printed them in kind of a miniature size. Sorry for the noise out there. It's about 10 o'clock at night, and it's really loud. It's Thanksgiving Eve, so I don't have to get up and go to work, so I thought I would go ahead and get a video going. So this is going to be a multiple video project because it is, I believe, let me see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 envelopes and the signature. So what we're going to do is we're going to decorate this. This is a file folder, and I'm going to decorate it front and back. I'm not going to decorate it in meaning I'm going to put the papers on the front and the back and on the inside on both sides. And then I'm going to set this aside. So the idea is that this is something that could be sewed into a signature. So I've never done this before. I've done a stacked pocket before, stacked envelopes, but not at this level. So it's going to be a little complex. So as usual, I did go ahead and already pre-cut all of my bits. So, and I've labeled everything so that I don't get confused. I will probably have to come back maybe at the end and put on some sentiments. I haven't cut those out yet. I did purchase them also from Angela, but I haven't cut them. So we've got, this one is envelope. It doesn't really matter. I did number them so that I could match all of the fronts and backs appropriately. So I will be also doing sewing as we go along. So it's going to be pretty in-depth, but I hope that you'll enjoy and get some inspiration. So, and again, as I mentioned, it's got a lot of my favorite things. I am not a big fan of Christmas. I mean, I'm learning. It's sort of like fall and autumn. I'm learning to enjoy it, but it's been a hard road. So, but it's got the roses, and those are my thing. They are just like my passion. So that is one of the envelope bits, and then this one. And oh, maybe it's only 4. 1, 2, whoops. Oh, we lost our lace. Don't want to do that. 3, 4. Oh, there is 5. So there's 5. So it's going to take us a bit. I don't know how far we're going to get in one video, so I will just look for a good breaking point and come back and do a part 2 and possibly a part 3. This will probably be offered as a giveaway because that's what I love to do. I don't have a lot of use, excuse me, for a lot of journals for myself, and I don't sell my art anymore. I used to, but I don't anymore. It's just pure joy for me to be able to make and give away. So I'll probably be doing that. I'm thinking about making it specific to Angela Kerr's Facebook group, but I haven't decided. We'll see. I don't know if I want to limit it because I don't want other people to miss out, but we'll see how it goes. So anyway, what we're going to do is go ahead and start with inking all of these bits up for the signature piece. And I will be doing some stitching. I'm not sure exactly where and when, but I will always fast forward through that part so that you don't have to deal with that. So I'm just going to ink this up, and I will cut that out of the video, and I'll be back with you shortly. I am just inking this entire manila folder up too, just so that we don't have any of those edges that are not blending in very well. So that's what I'm doing here. And I'm going to get get rid of these terrible crumbs on my table. I don't like them. Actually, that's not going to work. Let me get away. There we go. I like my desk to be clean. I'm a little bit weird about that. So the other thing I was just noticing is we've got these, I can't really do anything about it, but I did just notice that I probably could have kind of scored this and kind of made a bit of a spine with that, but I've already pre-cut my paper, so I'm not going to do that this time. And we'll see how this turns out without having that happening, but nothing's gonna go in the middle of this other than it's just gonna go in a page. So so that's the idea. So I did mark manila back part 1 and then etc. So I'm going to turn it back this way. This is the manila folder on the front. So let me find my piece. This is the front. So I'm just going to start gluing on, and I'll probably just speed that part up so that you don't miss it entirely, but so that it doesn't take forever and a day. I am using my Bearly Arts glue. If you find me saying art glitter glue, it's because that's my glue of choice, but I don't have very much left, so I had to get the Bearly Arts glue because we can't really get it, the art glitter glue, here in the States right now. So, and I realized in my intro, it's Thanksgiving for us here in the United States tomorrow, but I know that that's not the case where everybody is. So wherever you are, I hope that you're doing well and that you're enjoying the season and getting ready for Christmas and all of that stuff. There we go. So that is that. So we will come back to this. Oh, we've got some serious, let me get my ruler out so I can kind of help that along. I don't want to force it, so there we go. It's a little bit tight, but it'll be okay. So we're going to set that aside and go on to the next piece. Actually, you know what? I think I want to stitch this, but I will wait until later. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and stitch it now, guys. I will be right back with you. I will cut that out of the video. Okay, so we are done with the sewing. Give you a look at it. It was actually quite thick to try to sew through, because I've got, you know, double thicknesses of paper. This is 60-pound paper in addition. So, so yeah, it's pretty thick, but it's going to be super sturdy. Does not have to be an insert in a journal. It could be totally, you know, just you know, a happy mail, or not really a happy mail, but like an insert in the journal, like in between a signature or in the front or back. So it's going to be pretty thick. So I did get some glue on my finger there, so we'll have to do something with that when we get to that point. So let's go ahead and move on to the next step. Let's go ahead and start with this little one. I think we will kind of embellish as we go. As you can see here, I do have some bits here that I'm planning on using. So I'm going to go ahead and set the stuff that needs to be inked off here to the side. And again, everything is marked. So I've got this envelope, a mailing envelope, and I've got my back piece, my front piece, my little taggy thing or journal card, and then the flap. So I'm going to go ahead and ink all this stuff up. And again, I will cut that out of the video and be right back with you. Okay, everything is just about inked. I've got this piece of vellum. As I mentioned, I did print, I think 4 or 5 of the pages on vellum, and I love inking vellum. I'll show you a close-up of this really quick in a second. It just inks up so beautiful. Reminds me of when we were kids and we would burn paper just to get that edge. So it's gorgeous. Forgive my little dry hands. Kind of a mess today. It's the first day of Thanksgiving break for me, so I'm enjoying that so far. So good. I had the satellite guy here for hours today trying to get the satellite installed, and I think it's going to make a huge difference for my processes, so happy about that. So we're going to start with our envelope, and as you can see here, I have made an arrow to show that I want the top to be open. So I've already cut that. Some of them I didn't cut open, I realized, so that's going to be open. And then I think I want to, didn't think about how that is angled. Let's see how wide our journal card is. It might be okay. I might be able to just glue here, but I think it's going to need that structure. So let me go ahead and just put a little bit of glue. Nope, I don't want to do that. Hold the fort. Goodness, I need to think about this a second. I didn't look at, all the envelopes are different, so I didn't think about that. So let me just see what this is going to be like here. And I think it's going to be okay. I think I want to put a little bit of glue in there just along this edge at the bottom. So bear with me just a second. Just a bit. I don't want to take up much of the space here because we need that pocket. And I don't need to go all the way up because then I'll really affect that area. So if that makes any sense. There we go. So now it's just more stable. I think that's going to be okay. I can always trim the card down if I need to. And all the ephemera pieces, like these bits that I'm going to be tucking in and whatever, do have coffee dyed paper on the back. So let's go ahead and start with the front. So our front piece is this beautiful Christmas tree. Gorgeous, gorgeous paper. So we're going to put that on the front. Like so. I'm going to use the Barely Arts. Or Barely Art. I get so confused. Sorry, I'm off again. I need to bring this forward. I get really close to the edge of my table, and then I forget that that's really not in screen as I kind of slouch over my desk here. But anyway, satellite guy came, fantastic service. He was a little bit of an odd duck. He showed up in a U-Haul van, which had me a little bit alarmed. But I took care of myself and advocated for myself and asked all the right questions to make sure he was legit before I let him in my house. But after he left, I started an upload of a video. My videos have been taking 8 hours to process, to upload, since I got my new computer, because somehow I don't know why it's taking longer. You'd think it'd be faster, but I think our internet couldn't keep up. So the video only took 2 hours to upload during a dinner hour. So while we were still, you know, up and around the house, and the TV was on, I think, because I was kind of testing what load the system could take. But so my computer is the only thing, my computer here in the studio is the only thing that's running off of that internet, off of the satellite signal rather. So I think that's going to be really good. I just thought of something though, guys. So when I glue this on, I also have to be thinking about not gluing clear up to here. What am I doing? What am I doing? That's not going to fit now. I'm going to have to trim this card a little bit. So let's just take care of that. I'm just going to trim a bit off the top. And hopefully that will be enough to make that possible. I think so. So anyway, I'm super excited to just not have that stress of the internet being so darn slow. It's just like, oh my gosh, it's just terrible. So I'm bringing my art glitter glue just to that line. I don't know if you guys can see that on camera, but that's just kind of the way the envelope is cut. So I want to be mindful of that, so we don't lose that bit. If I get a little bit nonsensical, you'll know why. It's going on 10:30 at night. But I don't have to work, and so I want to take full advantage of that fact that I don't have to. I can sleep in if I want to, which I generally don't. I don't like sleep, so I don't sleep a lot. But anyway, so enough about me. So let's go ahead and get this on and get it nice and straight. And then I'm going to give it a good push, and hopefully it's going to be nice and straight and lined up on all edges. And so hopefully I was able to, I mean, I don't really know how that should work in theory because I've not done this before, but I'm just going to play with this a second and see. I probably shouldn't do this because this is Barely Arts glue, so I think that that's going to fit okay. So we will address that later, but for now we'll just set that aside. And then we don't have to worry about this side of the flaps because they're going to be glued down. So we're going to go ahead and adhere this piece of paper to this bit. What is all that? That's the black from the envelope. Goodness gracious. That is a perfect fit. I love it when that happens. I'm going to go ahead and glue this on. So yeah, so further saga of the satellite, the guy wanted to attach it to the side of the house rather than the roof. And I did call my husband and said, do you have a preference? This is what he's saying, and these are the benefits of that. And he's like, yeah, it doesn't matter. And then he gets home, and I don't think he was very happy. He said it's really big, and we're going to be residing the house next summer. And so it's going to be quite a big deal. So he'll probably put it on the roof at that point. But I'm like, yeah, I can only do what I can work with. So I did the best I could. And so, but this guy was really strange too. So not the easiest person to try to deal with. Trying to slide that. We've got a lot of white showing there. I don't think I can. There we go. It's still moving. Oh, I love that. You could never do that with art glitter glue, but I am going to try to ink that more because it's very white and I can see that black, which I'm not feeling very good about. I might have to put something on that edge. So let's see what we got going on here. So this is going to go, oh no. Oh no, I did something upside down. Okay, well, I guess this one's going to go like that because it's upside down. Wasn't paying attention. It's okay, we'll do something with that to make it look not so obvious. Oh goodness. Okay, and then there's our pocket. So let me see if this will go in. Yeah, that's going to be just fine. So perfect. I'm not going to decorate that or anything, and I'm not going to put it in there right now. But I'm thinking I was going to put a piece of vellum on the front, but I'm thinking now it might be good to kind of disguise this over here, but it's not big enough. So let me grab another piece, guys. Bear with me a second. I think I'm going to get a piece of this in the vellum. So let's see if I can grab it here. They're all paper clipped together. There we go. So let's just do this really quickly together, so it won't take me too long. Just going to cut this white edge off. I can't, my printer does not print paperless or borderless, so kind of a bummer. So let's see, better cut this edge off too. Be curious if you guys wanted to share what you're creating during this holiday season in the cold winter months. You've got projects going on. So I'm thinking I want to just do that and just go ahead and just disguise that completely. I am a firm believer that there is always a fix. Nothing is too far gone that you can't remedy it in some way. So let me get my cutter over here. Where is it? I'm just going to be, well, I can bring it over. I can bring it over. I'm just going to put this down. Actually, yeah, I'll just cut it, and then I think I want to do a rough tear so that I get that really beautiful edge that I like to see on the vellum with the inking. Oops. What was that? What did I just do? Yeah, that's right. It looks so tiny, but it is okay. I'm going to go up a little higher because I'm going to tear it. I still have my pencil line there so I can see where I'm tearing. So get rid of that cutter. So I'm going to go ahead and just tear this edge just to make it more interesting. I like the rough edge, so ink this really quick since this was an unexpected. It's not going to look the same as the other stuff that's inked because it's colored, but I'll show you a close-up here in a second. Vellum is a great way to kind of just add a little bit more pizzazz to your ephemera and your pages because it's different. And especially if you print kit paper on it, it just ties everything in so beautifully. So there we go. I think that's going to be good. Yes. Oh, that's what it needed to fix that. And then I can still use the other piece on the front. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this on the three sides. So I'm going to, I can't hold it because it bends, but I know that this is the edge I do not want glued. So I'm going to just carefully put some glue here and on the bottom. Whoops. And on the other side. Whoops. Whoopsie, whoopsie. Lots of whoopsies. Okay. And I'm just going to put that down. I've heard that Barely Arts is really good with vellum too, so that's kind of exciting. Just using my paper towel to just kind of push that down and make it set. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this over and put the vellum pocket on the front. And this one I tore kind of at an angle, and I just love the writing. As you can see, the print behind the writing, which I think is lovely. So we're going to go ahead and put glue on this edge because this is again going to be a tuck spot. My hands are shaky. It's not going smoothly. It's okay. We're all just in it together, right? Just playing, having a good time, learning, sharing inspiration. There we go. Love it. So I did already ink these, and they are coffee dyed on the back. And then I just got this little girl, and I just think she's just a great addition. And again, as I mentioned, I will be putting some words on these, but I'm going to come back and do that later. Oh, I wanted some of this lace. Where did I want that lace? I don't remember. So it's going to attach. I guess we could put it on this side. I think that's probably what I had in mind. But you know what? I don't want to do that. Unless I go out like this. Maybe I'll just go out that direction so that it's hanging over quite a bit. So I'm going to get my Fabri-Tac out here because I'm gluing lace. So I'm just going to go, I'm going to put my finger here so I can kind of see what my glue line is going to be. I'm going to lose some of that pocket, but that's okay. We've got enough. There's tons and tons of writing space and pockets and tucks and tags in this project, so I don't feel in the least bit bad about that. So as you can see, those are already in there and we've got plenty of room. So I'm just going to place this down. I'm going to try to get it straight on one edge so I only have to trim on one side. And I'm going to get my paper towel and just give that all a press. I'm going to turn this so I can get a better angle at it. So, whoops. You're supposed to stay glued down, silly. There we go. There we go. Okay, so we'll just let that set a bit before we cut that. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this little squirrel on here. I think it's so adorable. Does that look straight? I think it does. So I'm going to go ahead and use my art glitter glue here as well. I mean my Fabri-Tac, goodness. And get that squirrel right there on top of that lace. And then again, I'll come back with some kind of sentiment or word and maybe put it down here. So let me see if I can go ahead and cut this now. Actually, I need my other scissors. I discovered that these scissors just do not cut anything that's not paper, so it doesn't even cut paper all that great. These work great. There we go. So that is our envelope number 2. I'll have to get something to stick in there. Actually, maybe we'll stick this in here for now, and then maybe I'll find something else to put, except that's too tall. This is going to go in the inside. Maybe we're safe to put it in now. I don't mind the white showing. If you guys, if that bothers you, you can certainly cover it, but it doesn't bother me. So I'm just going to stick that in there and it's going to stick up a little bit. So there we go. So that is pocket number 2. Pocket number, I guess that's the first one we've completed. So let's go to the next one. This one's a big one. I think we'll stop after this one and we'll come back for part 2. So this is just a recycled envelope. Just somebody, I think this is my best friend, had given me a card, my birthday card in this envelope. So I just put it in my stash. And so I'm just going to set these bits aside here, the stuff that needs to be inked, and then I'll show you what we're going to do. This is the tag for the pocket, and then this is our envelope, and then this is the back of the back, and then the flap. So this one was supposed to be cut at the top, but again, we've got this issue with, I guess you got to rely on the backing paper to do what you want it to do. So let me make sure I've got this going the right direction first. So this is the back. I'm going to go ahead and do the inking here really quick, guys. Sorry, I'm a little jumbled, and then I will be back with you when I am done with the inking. This is a pretty flimsy envelope, so it's good that I'm using a heavier stock of paper because it needs that stability. So that was good. I need to wipe this desk off again, guys. Just a second. I'm just a little bit OCD. Just a little bit. Okay, a lot. It's okay. We all have our things, right? Okay, there we go. So everything is inked. We're going to go ahead and do this. So this one, I can't remember. I should have paid attention to which way. It doesn't really matter which side. I just want them to be opposite, so I don't want all of them going the same direction. So we'll go ahead and do this one with the flap on this side. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pay closer attention to the direction of the papers here. So I'm going to use my Bearly Arts because I need to be able to move it, and it does allow me that wiggle room so that I don't get with the art glitter glue. This one I'm putting the glue directly on the envelope because it I have to maintain that opening. I'm sure that there's a better way to do this, but I'm still new to it, so I haven't learned all the tricks. Well, I know what I need to do. I need to actually glue this edge. I think that's what I'm missing here in my thinking. So, because I'll probably go back and fix the other one. This is not, itself is not a pocket. So I can actually run some glue along here and seal that up. So that's what I missed on the other one. So I will grab that and fix it too. Sometimes it takes me a little while to figure things out, but that's okay. So I am getting some glue oozing over here, but that's okay. And this is all sticky, the adhesive on that envelope flap, so that's okay. So that is that, because our tuck here is our pocket at the top. So that's what I was missing in my thinking here. So hopefully everything else is going to be okay. I don't want to mess too much with these things that look like there's an overhang, because I'm still too new at this, and I don't want to cut something open that needs to be shut. So, and I have to be careful of that because that's sticky. So I don't want it to stick to this. So I may have to put something in between while it's kind of waiting for us. So let me grab this one and see here. No, I think this one's okay. So maybe that's because we put the lace on. I don't know. You guys can tell me in the comments. You may have a lot more experience at this than me. We got it. This is really crooked, but not a lot I can do about it. I'm going to try to ink it up a little bit. I might be able to trim that. You know what? Let me trim that up just a little bit. I think we'll be okay. I better do it from this side where I can see. There we go. That's better. I feel good. I feel good. So this is our front, and it's going up like so. So we've got a pocket here. And so I think I'm going to put a thumb notch. Oh, a thumb notch in this one. My punch will not cut a thumb notch though, so through vellum. So let me grab something here. Let me grab a piece of scrap paper so that I can do that. Mine does not like it. So some people don't have any trouble, but I do. So I'm just going to go ahead and do a thumb notch here in this pocket. You certainly don't have to do that. Totally optional. There we go. Ink the rest of that edge there. Need some more ink here. So we are just about done with this, and then we'll come back for part 2 and break this up in more manageable portions. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Fairly Arts and glue just the 3 sides. Was there a better? Yeah, that's the side. So we're going to just put a little bead of glue on the side and the bottom, and then the other side. I hope you guys can see this. My concentration is not great, so I'm not looking up at my laptop very much tonight. So there we go. Go ahead and put that pocket on right here. Her kit has great ephemera. It's just that some of these envelopes were too wide for any of the pre-made, pre-cut ephemera pieces, like the pockets, side pockets, or corner pockets and things like that. So I love that though. And then we've got these 3 little journaling cards to go in. Oh, I know what I wanted to do with this. I wanted this lace on here in the middle, and then I've got this this little oval, the one that we did upside down before. But I think that's going to go right there in the middle, or maybe not in the middle, because I still will need a sentiment. So let's go ahead and get some glue on here, some art glitter glue. Art glitter glue, not art glitter glue. Fabri-Tac. Goodness gracious. So sometimes if I just have trouble seeing like what the width of something is, I just set it to the side of it like that, and then I can kind of get my glue line. So that's what I'm going to do here. And I'm just going to hop down here and do the second boundary here. And then just fill it in, kind of like a coloring page. Like so. And let's glue this on. I'm going to line it up on the one side, and then I'll cut it off on the other side. Hopefully. I'll press this down with my paper towel again. I find that if I do it and I kind of roll, instead of just pull it straight up, it doesn't pull the lace up with the paper towel. I don't like my fingers, I don't like my hands to get sticky. I really struggle with that texture, but ooh, that's not straight. Goodness gracious, let's straighten that out. Sometimes if you hold it up, that gives you a better angle, so that's much better. Just going to, again, just push that down. That will all set just fine. Go ahead and trim this off carefully, not to cut anything open. And then I think I can get this little bit here too. So we're going to stick these things in the pockets, and then I'm going to let you go, and we'll come back for, oh, I forgot this tag. We got to do that because it's part of this this bit. So just let me put this stuff in here really quick. I think I'll put this over here. Yeah, I'm going to use the art glitter glue because I'm going to put it down partially on the lace. I like art glitter glue. Oh my goodness, Fabri-Tac. I love Fabri-Tac. It's easier to get here than it is art glitter glue. So there we go. So I wasn't doing much with this, so it should just take us a couple of minutes, but I just cut a couple of the circle. They're actually circles, die cuts in the kit. I don't have a punch the same size, so I did have to cut them a little bit smaller, but I'm going to create a little pull on this with those little circles. So, and I think I'm going to round the corners on the bottom of this just for kicks. And then let me ink it really quick because I didn't do that when I did the other pieces. And then I promise I will let you go. And then you can come back for part 2. So I will review kind of the expectations for the giveaway. So what I ask is that you subscribe to the channel, that you give a thumbs up on the video, and that you leave me a meaningful comment. Not just an I want to win kind of thing, but what did you enjoy about the project? What did you enjoy? What did you learn in it, in watching, crafting along with me, or whatever you want to call it? And, or what does it invoke in you? Like Christmas, like what does Christmas mean to you? What is a Christmas tradition? Anything that has the flavor of engagement and relationship is what I really enjoy. So if you wouldn't mind doing that, I would love that. That's why I do this, is to have a relationship with people, even if it's across a computer screen. It still has value. So, it's really cool. I've had a lot of great experiences, and I think it's just a beautiful thing. So, those are kind of my requirements, so to speak, of being able to enter the drawing and being added to the drawing. So, and what I usually do is I will do a drawing 7 days after the last video of the series, but I'll let you know as the videos go along when that will be. So I'm going to go ahead and put this down, which is my straighter edge. That was the straighter edge. I'm just putting this piece of lace along the top. I love this lace. It's just so dainty and fun. So I'm just going to give that a press as well again. And then we're going to use these circles as a tab. I'm going to try to trim this even though it's still freshly glued. And that's a little crooked, so let me straighten that a bit. There we go. I've got glue all over myself. Let me grab a baby wipe here. There we go. There we go. So, when I do that and then I get that all wet. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these and I'm going to glue one on this side. Which way does it go? Does a bow? I think the bow is up front, up top. I think I want this one on the front. So I'm going to glue just the bottom half. So I'm going to just take this and I'm going to turn it over. And I'm just going to put glue on the bottom half of this. Right? I guess it could be the whole thing. Oh my goodness gracious. I've done these tabs in so many variations that I think it's just easy to get a little confused. So I'm just going to put that up there and just have it stick up there really nicely. So now we can just go ahead and put glue on the back of this one too. I don't know what I was thinking. Something else entirely. There we go. And I just want to kind of get it directionally, you know, pleasing. Looks like that bow is supposed to go on the top, so we'll just put that there. And then I'm just going to hold this and get it nice and set. Now you'll notice that I printed another set of the main pages in the kit, and so this doesn't have coffee dyed paper on the back, but a little bit of white doesn't hurt, and probably what I'll do is I'll just ink the edges on this just to give it a little bit more color. But that's going to go here in our little pocket right here. Oh, I'm loving this, you guys. I'm going to stick my ruler in there and see what's going on. What's going on here? Something's sticking that's not supposed to be. So this works really well. Just get a ruler in there not too long after you glue it and just kind of root around in there and get any glue loose that's not supposed to be adhering there. So we're just going to stick that in, and it's just going to kind of stick up a little bit like so. Isn't that gorgeous? I'm not going to leave this in though because that glue's that lace is still wet. I'll just pull it out. So there is our second envelope. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope that you'll come back for part 2, and I will talk to you later. Thanks. Bye-bye.